Hey, before I get started with today's video, I just want to let you know that you need to hop over on to funnelhackerpro.com. That's FHP.io. Man, there's tons of free training in here. I'm constantly posting every day. People are discussing everything from how to do cold outreach to getting funnels up and running, everything you ever wanted to know, software they use. Just jump on in. The water's fine. Today's video, I'm going to talk about customer acquisition. So one thing I noticed about customer acquisition is it's a never-ending battle. So when I was starting to get into sailing a little bit, the one thing that everybody talked about all the time was rust. And there's a story that goes, hey, man, I don't have very much time to talk. Basically, a guy was, trying to talk to a guy every day. And he goes, hey, man, I can't really talk to you today because I'm fighting rust. Every day on a boat in a saltwater environment, you're always fighting rust. With your business on online marketing, you're always doing customer acquisition. So, when you want to talk about, and I always do my light bulbs like this, whatever. Actually, let me do it again because my wife will laugh at me if I do it this way. All right, so let me do this again. Let me change the color. All right, so... yeah, that works. All right, so when you have your big idea funnel, there's a big difference between and I'm going to straight out tell you a Russell Brunson funnel, okay, where you're talking about you have a landing page, a sales page, your order page, an upsell, and then, a downsell, blah, 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 right? That's cool. But to be honest with you, this is just a customer acquisition funnel. That's just the beginning, right? And that's what Russell doesn't tell you. And to be honest with you, that funnel right there is just to get people in the door, and it's really only going to get you so far. Everybody can do a funnel like that, and it'll make you a few grand, a month or something like that. But when you want to start getting into the $1 million things, you have to come with a big idea, and you have to have several ways of people getting into your funnel. And that's what I want to talk to you about today. So whether you're paying for traffic or whether you're doing this organically, you'll still need several ways for people to get in your funnel from the very beginning. And this is what I see people doing. So they'll say, hey, I need to make a lead magnet, okay? And that's the only lead magnet they'll make. And then they'll say, okay, that's going to run you to, or let's just say what normal people do. They'll say, I'm going to give you an email sequence of, 4 different emails, okay? And then from that, I'm going to invite you to, a webinar, okay? And then that webinar will take you to, a sales page, okay? And then upsell, downsell, or whatever, right? So, and then they'll build this funnel out, and then that's the only funnel that they have, okay? And so that's not really what you want to do, because different people are going to react differently and want to do different things and need nurturing different ways than just email. Maybe they don't like reading your emails, right? And so what I noticed is that different people need different nurturing techniques, right? And this isn't something that I read somewhere. It's just over time, I've just seen it so much that it becomes organic, right? Your business starts to understand what it needs, and you organically start to give it those things. So some people like a lead magnet. And one thing I've noticed in my so far in my business, that I give away, like, one thing is called the 45 niches. Now this kind of freaks me out. Okay. So this is one lead magnet that'll lead you to a video series. Okay. Because obviously I'm not into sending out emails that much. And then, but I do have a video series. If you opt into my video series, that will bring you to a boot camp. Okay. And that has like 11 or 12 videos. And then another way that you can get in my funnel is a giveaway. Okay. And then that's a monthly giveaway. And then I have a big quarterly giveaway, right? So that's 2 giveaways. Okay. And then those will eventually lead you to a webinar. And then another way you can get in my funnel is through a webinar. Okay. I just say, hey, man, grab my Webby. And then after that, we go straight for the sale. And another way that you can get into my funnel is through $7 products. Okay. Tripwire. And I have 2 of those. Okay. And then another way you can get into my funnel is through YouTube content. Okay. So now look at these different ways that you can hop into my funnel. So I have a Tripwire product that costs $6.95. That extra means you have to pay. These are the best. These are the best people that are going to hop in my funnel, right? And then after that, I have just YouTube, right? And YouTube will lead you to the 45 niches. Now, this 45 niches is just a checklist or like a little, white paper that just gives you 45 niches. Man, I get people that get this all the time and never open the email. They give me their email and they never open it. Here's the weirdest thing. So you guys know what 404 pages are, right? My 404 pages leads to this video series, and I get a ton of opt-ins on this. But nobody hardly ever watches the bootcamp videos, which are really good videos. And then now the webinars and the giveaways, what surprised me the most, I get more traffic via this than anything, right? These people really aren't that serious. They aren't really strong leads. And this is probably the weakest lead that I have above all. The 45 niches and the video series, the free stuff, probably the weakest of them all, which I've noticed, okay? The next thing that comes in that are better is my not the 404 pages, but the actual webinar and the giveaway. The giveaway is probably the next weakest thing. 50% of these people just are looking for a freebie and they don't care about doing business at all, okay? And they'll come to the group, they'll hang out, and they'll get a little bit involved or whatever, but they just wanted the freebie. 50% of those people. But about 20% of the people that get on your webinar, if they're really interested in your product or whatever, are interested in purchasing from you and will purchase from you. And what I want to do is start to let you see that how, and then my next biggest pull is YouTube videos, right? And I'm going to say, 20 to 30% of the people that come to my Facebook group and decide to get involved with me will purchase from me and are really interested in what I have to offer. Now, these people that actually purchase from me are the best, okay? Because they've actually made a commitment with their wallets, okay? The next people are the biggest commitments. If you notice, a webinar is an hour long, okay? And my YouTube videos average 20 to 30 minutes. These are the biggest commitments that I have, okay? These people here are the strongest leads, okay? After people that spend money, these are the strongest leads. These people here, after that come these people here. These are weaker leads. Some of these people don't even open up what I've sent them. They're just like they have an affinity for filling shit out, I guess. Okay, and the giveaway is another weekly. That's 50% of the people just looking for freebies. But it doesn't mean that I stopped doing this, because it doesn't mean that these people don't work. But these are like, here 2 or 5 or 10 people, 5 or 10 people here or there, and then 10 or 15 people here or there, and then 10 or 15 people here. These are different ways for me to acquire. The very first way for me to acquire prospect customers, and I have so many different ways for you to get into my funnels, right? And so that was the entire reason for this video. I wanted to show you that I've got like 9 or 10 different ways, and I'm creating more, right, for people to jump into my funnels. Okay. I'm going to start creating more like structured lead magnets. Obviously, they're going to be PDF downloads. And obviously, I'm going to be doing more videos because video is my thing. And then podcasting is another way for you to get into my funnels, right? So different, and blogs, okay? So what you should be concentrating on is not creating one lead magnet. You need to create several ways because people, they consume their content differently. So you should always be doing a blog. You should always be doing some type of videos. People consume with audio, okay? And then other people just want some type of checklist, a PDF download really quickly, right? A checklist. And then the next thing, people love listicles, the top 10 whatever, okay? Let me just do this way, okay? So the top 10, whatever you have, right, of what to do or what not to do. Like I have the 45 niches, right? That's a really good lead magnet. It works really well for me. Again, now these aren't the strongest leads, but they are people that get into my list, and some people go on to buy things, and some people don't, right? So now you see blogs, videos, audios, and then a giveaway. Giveaways are real big, okay? And so what you want to do, now you're starting to see that you have so many different ways for people to get into your funnels, right? And then you also want, a tripwire. Okay. Okay. Which is, a $5 ebook or, a $7 video series or something really inexpensive, a no brainer for them to get in. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ways so far that I've counted out for somebody to get in there. So now you also want to do an ebook. Okay. Because even though ebooks suck, and this is one thing I noticed. People always try to, and this is why I did this video. Well, no, ebooks suck. And I've done this video. Tripwires suck or giveaways suck or whatever. And what I've noticed is that you don't need to necessarily pick one or the other more than what you need to do is all of those, right? And you need to be putting together all kind of ways for people to get inside of your funnel. And all of this will lead to, and then don't forget your webinar too, Webbies. Webbies are great, right? I'm addicted to webinars. I remember looking at a video for a demonstration for webinar ignition, and there's a lady that said, hey, man, listen, man, webinars are addictive. You're going to like them, and they are. They're really fun, and I have a really good webinar structure. I have a good time doing those webinars, and once you get into them, you'll like them too. So because you get a lot of interaction from people, and they talk to you, and you're able to really get to know who your customers and your prospects are. And you're able to provide them a load of value when they ask you questions, and it's cool. So anyway, so once you have your big idea, you need to get all of these things. This is a big list, right, of ways for people to get into your funnel. Because different people will take your nurturing in different ways. Some people love my videos. Some people hate them. Some people love the audio that I do, and some people hate it. And so hardly anybody will actually like look at the 45 niches thing, which really freaks me out. Like, dude, why are you even downloading it, right? And then hardly anybody will actually, go through finish the boot camp, because it is 12 videos. But when you do finish that boot camp, if they do, and you know that they've clicked on every one of those, I actually have a way to reward people for doing that. Then you know that you have a good client, because they've actually are a good prospect or a good customer, because they've actually spent the time to watch and nurture themselves. The absolute best way to get people, and this is the last thing I'll tell you about, to get people to grab into your funnel, are live videos. Live videos, okay? And the reason why that is because you are actually forcing them to consume. The biggest thing with all of this stuff is you want people to consume. Consumption will actually bring on more demand, right? It creates a demand. When they consume more and more of your content, they want more. It's kind of like when you were to binge watch on Netflix, and you're like, fuck, when the series is over, I want more, right? It's the same thing. When you force people to consume your content, they'll automatically want more of your content, which is why webinars and live videos do so well. So just remember that, and the more you do it, the better. All right. So anyways, I'm going to end this video for now, but tomorrow I am going to do another video basically telling you what you should be doing in order to create this demand and to churn and make more revenue. Okay. And it's the exact same thing I do. And again, look, if you're interested, I do have a boot camp, and you should, because in that boot camp, I go over exactly what I do and what I did to get my business going.
Coffee break.